Hello everyone and welcome to my Sister Wives For You channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. After season 19, will Sister Wives split off into a new series? Furthermore, is the network preparing its audience for a significant shift in the future? Fans are beginning to see hints that suggest something is coming up, but what is it? For additional information, continue reading. Is Sister Wives developing a new series? Following Christine Brown-Woolley and Janelle Brown's departure from the Poly family, Sister Wives followers were extremely optimistic. They desired a spin-off in which the two women led fulfilling lives free of Kody Brown. Meri Brown then left as well, and it just seemed like the original three should have their own series. With the other women gone, could Kody and Robyn Brown continue to run the show? In addition to the fact that many of the kids didn't want to be videotaped or didn't get along with Kody, it looked very impossible. When SW first debuted in 2010, its foundation of polygamous positivity was different. As a result, viewers believed that this series should adapt to the times because it was entirely different. In a special at the conclusion of season 18, Christine married David Woolley. What might occur in the upcoming season then? Going back before Christine had met David allowed TLC to do what it does best. Where might season 20 of the popular series go? After season 19, viewers are beginning to think the program may take a different turn. The OP began a Reddit thread by writing this. I thought that this might be the final season of Sister Wives in its current configuration. The family will no longer be living close to one another or even getting together. This concludes the original format. Some of the spouses might receive spin-offs singly or together, packed with some kids, I eyes you Mykelti, and they might be willing to appear for Moneybag. Would there be a show for everyone? Not every member of the Sister Wives cast would receive a spin-off, it was mentioned. According to the OP, Kody and Robyn Brown, together with their 5 children, are not captivating enough to warrant a show. Consequently, they may be selling their house since they recognize the signs. Did other SW fans share this opinion? Meri, Christine, and Janelle watching the old episodes and informing us what was actually happening at the time is what I would want to witness. There's a show now. A lot of people watch reaction videos. It would be fantastic to have a Sister Wives reaction program. You guys say this every year, but it's still watched and renewed, haha. It was hoped that the OG3 would get back together so that there would be more opportunities for filming. However, it was very popular for them to rewatch previous episodes and respond. In the long run, that might be the best course of action. Do you believe that there is still life remaining in the program? Or do you think it is ending in the conventional sense? Tell us about it and tune in to TLC's Sister Wives Sundays. Kody Brown's relationship with his kids is deteriorating. The father of 18 disclosed that one of his children had permanently severed his relationship with him on Sunday night's Sister Wives episode, How the Mighty Have Fallen. Outside their Flagstaff house, Kody and his wife Robyn had a heart-to-heart. They talked about his strained connection with the majority of his adult children. Robyn encouraged Kody to keep attempting to patch things up with them by continuing to text and contact. Kody claims that he has attempted to repair his connections with his children, but the majority of them are unwilling to do the same. One of his kids has actually cut him off entirely. Kody Brown will never hear from one of his 18 children again. I've had one of my kids just say, "You're an A*****, Kody revealed during a confessional. I will never speak to you again. You brainwashed me and controlled me. The former polygamist, 55, did not specify whose child he was talking about. We are aware that in the most recent seasons, his relationships with Gabriel and Garrison received the most attention. Garrison and Gabriel in particular were at odds with Kody's stringent pandemic regulations because they would not follow them. Kody even proposed that Janelle evict Garrison from her home because things became that heated. In a previous season's tell-all, Kody acknowledged to Sister Wives viewers that he and his boys required therapy. Kody disclosed at the time that he did not communicate with Gabriel or Garrison. It's unknown if their father-son connections were ever able to be repaired. However, we are aware that Kody laments not making the most of his time with Garrison prior to his death. Kody told people that he and Garrison's friendship certainly could have been better 6 months after Garrison's tragic death earlier this year. There was more we could have discussed. I'd received texts and the like, and we could have done so much more in hindsight, Kody acknowledged. Kody is unwilling to stay in touch with his children indefinitely. Kody also disclosed in the Sunday night program that Madison, his daughter with Janelle, didn't even inform him that she was expecting her daughter Joey. However, Kody believes that he shouldn't be the only one attempting to make amends with his children. Some people believe that relationships between parents and children don't have to be reciprocal, but when they're adults, yeah, they do, he said. Kody declared that he will not keep in touch with his children indefinitely. He promised to put in the work, but he expects his children to follow suit. "I'm not going to set up camp on someone's doorstep," he declared. Without a doubt, Kody Brown is not deserving of the Father of the Year honor. Fans of Sister Wives have observed how his connection with his children has deteriorated over the previous few seasons. In addition to his relationships with Mary, Janelle, and Christine, they quickly started to notice and started criticizing their father on social media and on TV. Kody was obviously biased in favor of Robyn's children. Kody's other children, however, soon started to rebel against him. They began criticizing his unjust treatment. Everyone hoped that the polygamist would finally learn from his mistakes and heal fences with his children, particularly after Garrison, one of his sons, died this year. It appears that Kody has begun to make amends at last. He joined his children. Sister Wives. Christine filed a lawsuit against Kody Brown for establishing paternity and child custody. Fans are learning about the new family dynamics when the latest season of Sister Wives airs. It is evident that Kody's relationship with his children has not improved. Truly, Christine's youngest daughter is a minor and is being cared for in Utah by her new husband, David. Since the divorce, fans have never witnessed Kody travel to Utah to meet his small daughter. At last, Christine made the decision to take action. It was reported a few weeks back that Christine was suing Kody. In addition to child support, she wanted to make sure they had a suitable visitation schedule. She sought to prove paternity at the same time. Since Christine and Kody had a spiritual marriage, Truly's birth certificate did not include his name. Following his recent sightings, it appears that the polygamist is making a concerted effort to change his ways since this news broke. Sister Wives. Kody Brown is seen having fun with children. Reconciled following a serious disaster? As previously stated, Kody had been struggling to keep a positive relationship with children. Following the death of Janelle's son Garrison, Sister Wives viewers witnessed the family's disintegration. For everyone, it was a heartbreaking time. The audience repeatedly expressed how difficult it is for Kody to begin working toward reunification and reconciliation with his children, particularly in the wake of such a tragedy. In addition, Christine Brown filed a complaint against him. It appears that Kody is now acting appropriately after admirers recently spotted him. The former polygamist was in a Barnes & Noble in Utah, according to a Reddit post. Truly, her sister Isabel, and his son-in-law Tony Padron were all present. Fans were happy to see them hanging out, despite the peculiar group. Many of them think that following that disaster, Kody finally began spending time with his daughter, and that Christine's lawsuit ultimately succeeded. However, there is no proof of it. Or perhaps the celebrity received a wake-up call to correct the situation. The relationship between Sister Wives star Christine Brown Woolley and David Woolley seemed to be doing great. But in a preview of the next Sister Wives episode, she expresses astonishment that they survived some of her uncomfortable exchanges. She admits that during her first date, she immediately said something embarrassing about David. David Woolley and Christine Brown were thrilled to meet. Although they didn't need to go on the Golden Bachelorette to find love, Christine Brown Woolley, 53, and David Woolley, 60, benefited from her exposure on reality TV. In addition, David's daughter believed that they ought to go on a date. David's daughter admits she wished for them to become closer during the wedding toast. The dating service Stir.com, which paired people with children, is where David and Christine first connected. Christine previously said, "I stalked him. I discovered him online because to his fantastic profile, which included a ton of amazing photos. All of it sounds good to me. I sent him a message, and they started corresponding online. They decided to meet in person after exchanging messages for around a month." Christine acknowledges that she made a pretty awkward statement at the beginning of their first date. During David's first date, Christine Brown blurts out embarrassing words. Christine Brown Woolley discusses her first encounter with David Woolley in the preview. "It's crazy," she says. Christine confessed that she fell in love with David's profile, saying, "The first time that I got on the app, I met David. His photographs were stunning. It was him with these eyes." She talks about their first date, beaming with joy at finally meeting him face to face. Pictures do not do him justice, she says. He had stunning eyes, but she admits that she was so enthralled that she blurted out something that embarrassed her greatly. As we enter the restaurant, she says, "I just have to tell you that your eyes are beautiful. That's how it happened." Unquestionably, she was taken aback by what she had said, and their supper started out a little awkwardly. David, however, accepted the praise politely and took it in stride. When Christine Brown and David Willey arrived at the table, a kind gesture from David helped to ease some of her anxiety. She sits down and explains how he urged her to approach him. He's like, "This is kind of far away," she remembers. As he assisted her in moving her chair beside him, he said, "Let's get closer." In addition, Christine exclaims how at ease she feels with David. He gave her the all-clear to discuss everything on the date after he requested her to be close to him. But as she remembers, she can't help but smile and flush. Unquestionably, Christine seems to be talking about David with a youthful joy. "It went so great," she continues despite her embarrassment. She struck up a conversation and they clicked immediately. She couldn't help but light up with joy as she talked about the time she spent with David. In addition, she radiates joy simply by being around him. It was the soul healing she needed as they dated further. Christine Brown was aware immediately. In addition, Christine Brown canceled her other dates since she was so certain after meeting David. She previously told fans, "I called my matchmaker and simply said, 'I'm done,' after I met David and canceled the date with the other guy. I no longer require your assistance. So I located him." Watch the preview below to hear Christine Brown talk about meeting David Willey. Next, watch the latest Sister Wives episode on TLC on Sundays at October 9th, see or later on Hulu. How do you feel about the adorable initial impressions of David Willey and Christine Brown? Are you prepared to watch the remainder of the date unfold? How is the current Sister Wives season going for you? Please leave a remark below. On Tuesday, Meri Brown used her Instagram stories to inspire and perplex fans of the series, Family Ladies, Tender Loving Care. Meri did not connect the dots between her recommendation and her personal life, but fans would typically assume that the correspondence is about her struggling relationship with her deep husband, Kody Brown. Meri urged her fans to never apologize for cutting off a friendship that is noxious or does not fulfill you, or for who you were in the set of experiences and the errors you've previously apologized for. Robyn Brown, Christine, and Janelle are given Kody by Meri. Witnesses discovered that Kody and Meri's 1990 marriage began to deteriorate in 2014 after the support disassociated. Because of the breakup, Kody was able to marry his fourth girlfriend in a reasonable way, Robyn Brown, in order to obtain her children. Meri was previously involved in a romantic engagement with a web-based catfish, which further damaged the couple's bond. Kody said that after the reprimand, they witnessed their marriage disintegrate, but he also acknowledged that the couple had marital problems before Meri genuinely left the relationship. Despite Meri's efforts to rekindle their love, Kody discovered at an after event that there were no heartfelt tendencies inside our marriage. In April, Meri and Kody celebrated their 30th anniversary. Kody thought, "I guess we missed the possibility of us. We don't miss one another." To which Meri replied, "Represent yourself." Meri openly acknowledged that she did love the polygamous primogenitor, but she didn't pressure Kody to share her feelings. "I see I ain't make you watch for me. I see I ain't changed that," she replied. Meri definitely suggested that she kiss Kody, but he made it clear that he wasn't interested. "Sentiment and sex are saved in my reality for individuals who are enamored," he stated. Meri Brown frequently shares confidential citations through online entertainment, and fans get really excited about what's actually going on behind the scenes. Meri made an ambiguous gesture toward her marriage in May by citing it on her Instagram stories. Meri regularly hosts an Instagram live banter show called Friday with Musketeers, where suckers discuss their research with the attention seeker. Love is a responsibility, an action word, a consistent difficulty, not an inclination. During a May discussion meeting, one audience member asked Meri to share her thoughts on how she handles immateriality. "How would you manage feeling you are insignificant? If it's not too much trouble, Tell me in light of the fact that my confidence says make it work yet my head says be blissful, the thief questioned in the comments section of the post. Mary responded saying, at the only on 21 I totally feel significant. My joy comes from the inside. You got this. Lofty heart emoticon. Mary Brown, a member of the Family Ladies group, has dazzled in a few recent prints from London with her delicate face and high cheekbones. The affectionate care star has been planning her trip to London by showing interest in a number of events. Pictures on her Instagram account of suckers. The 52-year-old Mary praised the most recent post, London Day 7, back for one last day in the megacity. The Family Ladies star continued, the first 4 days of this trip I was with a group, but the last 3 I went hand in glove. She said that traveling alone is moderately enabling, before adding, especially in another country. Mary smoothed out the day's mold by saying, after an early train lift back from Stonehenge, I invested most extreme of my energy at the pinnacle of London. The historical background of this location is astounding, and the designs are magnificent. The unscripted TV star proceeded, I took the Uber boat along the Thames after the pinnacle, and also did some additional traveling in the megacity. In addition to setting up a charming coffeehouse to entertain, I couldn't help but take a quick picture with a phone mobile. The 52-year-old said, what a truly decent last day in a delightful megacity. The charming Joe that Mary had a wreck with, as her prints finally revealed, was a sculpture of Paddington Bear. You didn't fizzle, London. The prints displayed pieces and bits of Mary's Day 7 experience. One print showed the TV character outside the pinnacle of London, while one more caught the star inside the observed white pinnacle. Mary made an effort of the gatekeepers outside Buckingham royal residence, and recently a selfie close to one of Britain's red telephone cells. She looked fit in every one of the prints remembered for the post, with a perceptibly slimmer face. Her characterized cheekbones and sharp jaw flaunt her weight reduction. In the discourse segment, one individual expressed, Mary, you look amazing. Happiness radiates from you and surrounds you. Keep moving. You're radiating pure bliss. Another junkie reflected. A third analyst said, you're absolutely shining in these prints. It happens when we get to fulfill our bucket list and with the impacts that we like to do. You look fantastic in London. One person observing Mary's change in look was sympathetic. Are all of you sister ladies getting Botox? I asked rudely. Another fiend remarked, you look incredible. While still on vacation, Mary showed off her incredible weight loss in tight jeans last week. In Britain, Mary wore a red shirt, blue thin pants, dark rushes and a simple dark coat. The TV personality looked straight at the camera as she presented with one of the white bothers that dragged her carriage through the streets of London, explaining in her lengthy subtitle that her companion had planned the surprise horse lift. The tender, loving care that the eminently expressed on London Day 4 was simply amazing. We had this astounding treat of riding in horse-drawn carriages down the lanes of London, so fantastic and strange. This horse has an unusual bone. About him there is only one item. As well as when he leaned in for a safe. The truth star remarked, so important history then at that point, so happy I embraced this opportunity to come. Mary also visited the well-known Harrods retail chain to view a huge chocolate castle before taking in the range of adventures in lovely lanes throughout the megacity. This place awakens me and makes me adore it. The editorial was overrun by people who commented on how serene and happy Mary appeared. One person said, London suits you well. You look amazing. And another person said, you seem so happy. Another posted, I am so happy you're picking your self-worth, you look delightful and cheerful. One more stoner commented, you're watching less worried and free. Mary streamed off to London before this week, referring to the objective her as long-lasting distraction. The TV star, who has been securing on getting in shape for a considerable length of time, partook in a difficult F45 drill. F45 preparing comprises of 45 nanosecond practices in a social environment with focused energy works out. She wore an Argentine shirt with the watchword, #ready on it as she robbed individuals lifting loads around her at the spa. Mary recently visited Buckingham royal residence, yet let it out left her inclination off-kilter and awkward. In a slideshow of prints, she caught herself taking in the sights at Paddington Station, Buckingham royal residence, the Princess Diana Memento, Huge Ben and Westminster Monastery. Mary likewise said she was not a fiend of some hallway of the flight, admitting she felt odd being there. I had a few blended sentiments about Buckingham royal residence. There was enough beauty to visit, and it also seemed really strange to show up in front of someone's house and take a picture to prove that I had been there. Mary traveled to London for ruler Charles III's coronation ceremony at the end of that week, but it doesn't seem like she attended the festivities. I was amazed at the awkward sentiments that came around there. The event occurred shortly after the TV personality recorded her $1 million Arizona house for lease, for months after she separated from her 54-year-old ex-husband Kody. With the help of her accomplice, Mary firmly sank into her charming small inn in Utah, according to a report published by the U.S. Sun last month.